That's it.
Stream is up, I believe. Just make sure.
I
Yes,
believe
Thanks, Steve.
I'm just going to check my Spotify is working so then I don't have to fiddle with my pad.
Hello and welcome to SLR SidePOD episode 25. I have a bunch of idiots in the party today, so it'll be very loud. And we're all drinking, so it'll also be even worse.
So we're SLR's finest, celebrating
Yep.
birthdays.
As you can tell by the title today, it is a celebratory stream today, as we'll be, even though the birthday's not until Monday, we're pretty much celebrating the birthday of the SidePOD, the SLR League as a whole. Of course that includes the SidePOD, as the SidePOD is now 25 episodes in. Woo! We're a quarter of the way to 100. Like I said, we are all going to be drinking. I'm not sure how much we're all going to be drinking at all, but I have just finished a beer, and I'm going to be finishing another beer probably 20 minutes into the
Onto
stream.
the vodkas!
I have whiskey beside me. So I'm quite happy to go grab that.
I'm already on the vodkas.
Today's gonna be the side test.
Pretty much as we see Scorps, who is in the party today, wrangling with Zydrad, who is literally pushing him around every corner.
Literally.
Nice way to put him under some pressure.
I know, you fucking know.
So, in the party today, I of course have my wonderful co-host, Stevo, who is actually here this week.
I'm drinking coffee.
Well, that's because he has to drive, so
Yes.
realistic.
Let's see those.
Take drink responsibly. That's right.
Yeah,
Don't drink.
please drink responsibly.
Remember that? You
Don't drink and drive.
remember
What am I
that
doing right now?
commercial?
The drivers of London.
And it just said on the track like Bernie says don't never drink when you drive or something. So that's Steve was listening to Bernie Ecclestone.
Cheers.
Yeah, nice
I'm
one.
drinking it.
Cheers.
As you can tell, it's going to be a quite hectic stream, as we have a lot of personalities in this party tonight. So we also have Owen tonight, who is my honorary co-host when Steve was buggered off somewhere else. As we see Scorps. Scorps is also in tonight. He has just been dived by Zydrad in the much quicker haste. As he dives Zydrad and nearly spins him.
I'm letting him go, it's alright.
What an utter.
Oh,
What an utter.
Oh god.
We of course, because it's the birthday celebration of the SLR. We of course have two LOs and our resident quizmaster, and he said Scorps there, Clock and Oranga.
I wish.
Wait, Stephen,
Of course,
no.
we have. Oh yeah, he's an LO, isn't? I keep forgetting that. I'm so sorry, Steve.
That's alright.
To realise, you're teasing me.
See
Not
now,
the
now
least important.
I know why. No, I realise why I said it. It's because it's history, and Steve has not been an LO since the start.
We all know everybody's supporting LOs and begins with S, but it's not you.
Oh, thanks.
So. Hi, Scott.
I thought it was. I thought it was the guy who started.
I took my 8 o'clock.
Oh no.
Right, I'm leaving the report to you for next week then, Theo. Good luck.
And of course, we have the wonderful Southerners, who's actually joined us this week. So, hello and welcome to you, Southerners.
Hell today.
What?
Yes. It took me a second to realise what he said.
I don't even know what you said.
So I'm
He said hell to the O.
Oh.
Hello.
Running around celebrating the 25th SidePOD anniversary and happy second birthday, SLR.
Smoked. Oh,
Yeah.
Central, I'm back in the race!
Sounds like me
He
in
says
Hungary
that
and
until he
Belgium.
crashes out.
Oh, you've been there already.
No, I decided. Thought,
Yeah,
you know what?
he
I'm
says that.
gonna focus into the side point again. That's what I just
Oh, sorry.
chill.
So, it is as stated, it is the second birthday of SLR. We started this back in 2018. God, it's been that freaking long.
It's not. It's still got 4 or 5 days. It's 5, isn't it? 5.
Happy birthday to you.
It's a bit too
I'm
early.
actually
It's a
gonna
bit
sing
too
happy
early.
birthday.
Yeah, we've still got 5
Okay.
Oh,
days.
actually, I was about.
Okay.
But
Wait,
hold
to be
on.
fair, okay.
To be punctual. Wait, to be
Ranga.
fair though.
Ranga.
To be fair. To
Yeah.
be fair.
We were
If
deciding
you just want
who
to
we
sing happy
punched
birthday,
first.
it's my birthday tomorrow, so you can sing happy birthday.
Yeah,
to
right.
me
Oh, look
tomorrow.
at you! They try and take the limelight off SLR. Yeah,
Yeah,
disgusting.
it's my birthday tomorrow, so you can happily sing happy birthday to me.
No one's been writing a message in the chat.
To be
So
fair though,
I
just
Go on.
gotta say that, you know, the birthday date I have set is the 9th of November, obviously, but that is the date of the first race. So,
yes, it's not the actual real birthday of SLR.
so that means that last Monday was probably the anniversary of the practice races we had, trying to sort people
Yeah.
into a division.
Yeah.
So SLR was probably actually formed by now 2 years ago, it's just that we haven't had any actual races.
Beer.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Beer.
If I'm not
Just Clock's voice and a kind of beer, that's all we need.
So, I actually want to quickly turn to Owen, who has made up a little special graph.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll stick into our
I'm get-
little group chat, so you guys can
SidePOD,
have a little
yeah.
visual representation. Of course, you can't on the stream, but I got a bit bored earlier, and so I was asking Clock a lot of questions about the race reports, and I've gone through every single race report and found out when everyone made their debut race in the league at the minute.
Oh,
So
that is interesting.
yeah,
Really,
so
everyone?
I wrote down all the driver lineups, and I went through every race report and tried to find the closest I could what everyone's debut race was. So you know, you can just chuck me a driver and I can tell you what it is, sort of thing. It's quite like,
Then I wonder how many OG Season 1 Australia drivers is actually still racing.
Yeah,
I
think I
well,
can-
that's what I'm just looking at now.
Callum was looking at that earlier. Yeah.
Me and
Yeah.
Lewis.
Not many.
I mean, I would, but I can't really look at my phone while I'm driving.
So, Owen, if you would do a massive favour, or whoever's looking at it now, count how many original OG drivers there are
I'm doing it
from
now. There's
Australia
none,
in
there's none
season
in the
1.
league.
There's
There's
two in
no
the
elite
league.
driver listed.
I think there's 6. I think there's 6.
I would assume
There's
there's about
3 in
6, yeah.
Div. There's 3, 4. 4 in Div 3. That's 3 LOs and Ned.
Yeah, and then it's
and Ned.
Talent, Langer, and Black, the other two.
Yeah,
Kind of
and
same
Hicklin
block.
Hickler as well. 7.
No, it came in Spain. It came in
Yeah.
Spain,
Oh,
same
yeah.
as.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there was only me.
Yeah, it's 6.
Me,
Yeah,
Ned,
you've got
Scott,
like I think
and
JH joined
Gary.
the next race
So-
at Bahrain.
yeah.
Who's close enough, but not quite there.
No,
So it's the
um,
yellows.
You know, it's
Yellows
the
with
numbers
Callum
are a
and
bit
Ned.
weird and the order's a bit weird as well. But that's because I've had some fun and I thought, oh, you know, what would be really interesting if we had the old format of the driver numbers. So like when they had it was based on the constructors championships, so the old F1 before them.
Yeah.
That was I've basically done that for what it would be for this season. It's a bit complicated, but I thought I'd have
no,
some
I
fun
don't
with
get
it.
it.
So the
Shock.
before people got to choose their own numbers, like the FIA just assigned them, didn't they, in real life? They just assigned them based
yeah,
on
depending-
where you
yeah,
finished
based
the
on last year's
constructors.
finishing. Yeah.
So I've basically gone through and I found out with last year's standings, and
Oh god, here we
I've
go. I'm gonna be like
found
20.
out like the constructors, and then sorted it from that. So for instance, Division 2 I think is quite an easy one because I think quite a lot of people know Racing Point won it last year because they've got like 3, 4, 1, 2s and stuff like that in Div 2. So Callum and Venom are number 1 and 2 in Div 2 sort of thing.
Alright.
Yeah, so that's the case there, and then I basically said, oh, so whoever comes first, whoever beat the number 1 drivers, who was in the higher division last season, just had some fun.
Oh,
That's also why there's no
the
number
order that they're
13.
in. Sorry, I understand it now. Yeah, I got you.
because
That's
they
where you
say-
put. Yeah, I get it. So how's
Yeah, so for instance, like I say,
Ned's in
everyone's
front of me
fine
because
with
he got more points. Is that right?
yeah, Ned's in front of you because I think he finished was it like 6 points ahead of you last year?
Right.
It was
Okay.
really close actually. I
Well,
remember.
already scored points once. That's very good. You work board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, Steve, it's like every time I do the report, I like see qualifying and I'm like, oh, Steve, it's been up in Q3, and then I do
Oh,
the result, and I'm like, oh, where is he, and then I go up to like 17, and I was like, oh, at
You
least
can
it's
Oh,
tell
he
not
hasn't
the
actually
time.
finished the race.
Usually anytime when usually I end up with the
Go on,
conclusion, it's
Scopes,
like,
get him!
oh, at least he finished.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Obviously.
Don't do that to me.
Go on, Scorps! Pass him! Go on, Scorps, pass
He's
him! Pass
lagging
him.
everything.
Owen, is there anything else you'd like to
Can
give
you
a
not
comment
put that
on
on
the graph or anything?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, should I on Discord general chat or something, or
Oh,
see
yeah.
it now, announcements or something.
We'll use it
Stick it on announcements or something.
when we go through
good,
the when we go through the format, the invitation that's going down on Monday.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of time that we'll use
That's
it.
good. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
also
we've
kind
got-
of reason behind it as well. I was kind of cool. I'll do that. Because we were thinking about it. Because it's not got been kind of announced, but it's not properly yet, has it? We haven't confirmed it yet.
Confirm it's confirmed. Like, it's just going to happen.
Well, I've got that now as well, so I've made our lives a bit easier when we're looking at it. We don't have to guess when people join.
I'm proud of you, Owen.
Yeah, so I was quite surprised actually how kind of long-standing I am compared to most of the drivers. I wasn't expecting to be in the top 25. Not considering I've only been here a year today. I wasn't expecting it.
See, it's really funny how Owen thinks I'm surprised how long-standing I am, and then there's me, Ranga,
who've
Klopp,
been here for almost a year longer than I
Steve-O,
have.
who've been here from day one.
Feels like 10 years.
That's why I'm so shocked.
I know.
That's why I'm so shocked. I was the 25th most longest standing.
Yeah.
So I had a
I
look
know
at
what you
that
mean,
when it was me and Beast because it just came across it. So because I was doing it in order. And so I was like, oh,
I
that's
know last year there would have probably been a lot more, but then of course for this season there's been quite a few drop out. Or there's just been people left through last season, so it's kind of been a
It's been a transition.
strange one.
It's been a bit of a transition.
Yeah.
hasn't it?
there's
The
so
last
many
couple of
flags in
seasons.
that. In this,
Yeah.
fires and fours, there's so many.
Well, the thing is, the introduction of a new league as well, a new division, sorry, makes a
Yeah,
difference.
of course.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of extra drivers.
I'm just watching Scopes try and overtake Igor.
Right.
And Igor is
Callum,
on slower
what's the
tyres.
next thing?
So, I would actually like to address this to our original LOs. I'm sorry, Steve, this kind of doesn't apply to you.
Oh, that's all right.
I would just like to extend just a thing of, I would like your opinions on the league now compared to the league back in the day. Back in the good old days when there was when all of us had just originally started out back in the first race of Div 2.
I like to look at the tour.
You trust my memory better than yours, then, or?
You can talk for a lot longer than I can.
Fair enough. I'm not sure you would call it good old days, maybe the old days, but I'm not so sure they were the good old days. Although at the time I personally enjoyed them very much most of the time, but you can't compare the league today with the league from 2 years ago.
Yeah, of course.
The whole system is different, everything's different. First of all, we didn't use Discord, so and we didn't have reserves either, so the grids were always around 14, 15 drivers. We never knew until, well, we were supposed to already up how many were based, because people just arrived or didn't arrive. We said that people should tell us if they race or not, but of course we
Yeah.
policed it, so people kind of stopped doing that pretty early. But no, it's just so hard to explain everything. It's a completely different thing. We've evolved so far, and I mean we didn't have LOs. We had an admin team where people have the same amount of power. So we used to have a system where everyone could one vote, and every time we wanted to decide something, and that's not very effective either. Led to arguments in the chats, people trying to prove their points.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many. You weren't in that back, Callum, or were you? Can't remember.
I didn't become an admin until season 3.
Oh, okay. So it's only Raga then who will remember the old Facebook chats and how crazy they could be sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, then we introduced LOs before season 3, I would say, because season 2 was probably the messiest season we had. I think season 1 was okay. We did good being a completely new league. I mean, personally, I had done 6 league races before we started SLR, and that's it. I had never done anything else in league, so I personally came on with a blank paper on how to run a league. And I just tried to help the best I could. But yeah, I think we all did. I'm not sure how many of us were actually experienced. I know Gary was an admin in some other league. I'm not sure if anyone else was.
Yeah. I got extended the offer to be an admin in that league, but I didn't really want to take it.
Yeah, let's not mention it to throw the shit to. Yeah, that's why I didn't say the name of it. I don't want to.
Yeah, that's why we didn't mention the name.
I mean that particular league though, you can't talk about SLR just completely ignoring it, because that's in some way the way that league was run ended up in creating SLR, because it was run so badly, at least in our opinions. So we ended up breaking out and creating our own instead. Mainly, well, it started with Ranga breaking out. Me, Scott, and Garrett did another race, and I think Ranga and was it Bob and Snoozer and Pricey?
Not
you
Pricey.
four.
Yeah, kind of Pricey. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, you four started SLR up first, and then I think they got on pretty early as well.
I know I got pretty early.
Scott pretty much came at the same time.
Within
like the first week, wasn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah, because I was a bit fortunate, because the only reason I was ever invited is because I became Ranga's teammate in the other league, and therefore we knew each other. That's really the only reason. He put me in another team, and I might not have been here. So yeah, I was his teammate, and he ended up recruiting me. And I can remember, having the first division placement versus around Spain. I also remember that.
Scopes, is the race over?
No, people have like that.
Okay.
Well, right.
Beast,
I was wondering what the
Beast
fuck
left,
was
and then
happened.
you've just left.
I was on board with you, and then all of a sudden you pulled over to the side.
Yeah, Beast left,
to an invite,
and then you've left. I've just sent a stream and an invite a bit.
Oh right, I was wondering what was happening. Sorry to cut you off, lads.
But yeah, as I was saying, I can still remember the division placement race in Spain. I can still remember who won it actually as well. Yes, it was Yellow Gamer. Yes, I think he won ahead of Logic Gamer, who's.
And iLogic's now, what is he? He's esports driver, isn't he?
He is ridiculous. He's one of the drivers I'm really proud of actually having had in SLR.
Yeah.
I don't know how much history you want to know, but that's the
I mean,
absolute start of it.
I told you could talk for ages.
Well,
Yeah,
Ranga,
exactly. I can plow on all the way up
Ranga,
until
I
now
can't
if
even
you
remember
want.
when
But
I was added.
When you were
oh,
added,
that's
you were one of the.
Yeah, 'cause
Well, you started. I mean, your first race was season 1. Like race
Well,
1,
yeah,
season
it
1.
was.
So you
It
obviously
was. Yeah.
you came over right from the start because I'm not gonna lie to you. When I originally came up with the idea and thought about doing the actual league and stuff, we had to. One of the first things you have to think about is drivers, and obviously.
Yeah.
First thing I'm
It wasn't let me join.
Or let me know when.
Yeah, it was a.
But yeah, it's
on.
one of the first things you think about is drivers. So then it was obviously people who I knew, people who I trusted, and obviously some of the guys as well who were involved with the first few stages.
Yeah.
Thinking about who would be the best people to bring in and just who had raced and stuff. And obviously me and you had some great pals in the other league, haven't we? So
Oh
it
yeah.
was a no-brainer, and obviously people like Gunnar as well. Who didn't come straight away. I think it took a little bit of convincing. A little bit like some people did. I think he was season 1. Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think obviously we obviously started and stuff, and then halfway through the season, like attendance started to fall and stuff, and it was on the brink of becoming like looking on the head sort of thing, and it was like attendance was maybe like 12 or 13, and it wasn't great. And then it was obviously just a case of some of the people who maybe didn't want to come at the first stage, who maybe had seen that we'd got through the hardest bit of setting up the league.
Yeah.
She wanted to come over, and Guna was one of them. I'm trying to think of some others. Because Gary was Gary was a sort of late addition to the LO team, because obviously there was never I wouldn't say LO team. At the stage there wasn't an LO team. So but in terms of the old admin team, Gary was a late one because he didn't want to leave the old league, did he?
we wanted some.
Oh god, my voice.
We wanted some
Oh.
experience as well in terms of actually running a league, and we knew he had that, so we knew he would be a valuable asset to the whole team.
I didn't even get asked.
Plus we knew.
No, joking.
Plus we knew he was obviously we were running the other leagues, so it was kind of it was easy. Me and Clock. Was it Clock? Scott was there. I'm not sure if you were there. But me and Scott were definitely there. I'm just kind of talking him into it, and that was pretty straightforward.
I probably wasn't, because I didn't really know him, but we
it's
made it
very-
work.
It's weird because it's 2 years now. It feels like yesterday, but at the same time it feels like a lot longer than 2 years.
It feels like yesterday, Ranga. The famous day, which I have spoken about so many times, but the hardest thing to do was obviously to find the drivers, and I think we were very ambitious when we decided to have 3 division. That means 60 drivers if we want to have a full grid.
Yeah.
But Ranga and I just decided to recruit, and we literally, and I've said it so many times, Ranga will get tired of saying it, but we sat for a whole day, I mean at least 12 hours just doing 5 lappers, and I don't know how we did it, because I would go mad.
Not just that wasn't just a one day. That was a regular day thing. That was like our days for at least a week straight. Just looking on F1. And there was a time on a particular weekend when Clock wasn't working and stuff, when we were able to get onto the game together, and we got on at 9 a.m. Got on about 9 a.m. and we came off at 10 p.m. And it was just like, probably, to be honest, it was probably even later than that.
Yeah, I was in school at that time, so I had a lot more time than I do now.
Exactly.
That's what makes me like. The fact is that I was in school when we started the league. Now 2 years later, I'm working as a carpenter, and it's like school feels so far away, but those days recruiting doesn't feel far away.
Yeah.
I was in secondary school. I was in my last year of secondary school. Actually, was I in my last secondary school? I think I'd actually just started college when I joined the league.
Actually, one thing.
19, so
Yeah,
you would have just about started turn 17.
Yeah.
So it must have been first year of college.
You would have been young. Well, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, I think.
One thing I really know though, I have a question
Jesus
for
Christ.
a question for Steve and you, Callum, actually, because I know you had racing now, Callum. I'm not sure if Steve had, but
No.
it's like how.
I didn't have a clue about it at all.
So that's great. So for you, Steve, it was we were your first impressions of league racing, and Callum, we weren't the first impression. But how, like, what impression did you get of like us, and did you know it was a prank thing, or it's like, I mean, do you get what I mean? It's like, what is,
I'll let Steve go first because I know what I know what I want to say that I haven't actually said before. So I'm gonna let Steve go first.
What are you asking? What are you asking?
I mean, it's like, what do you think of it? Like initially, like from
First
what did you
impressions,
like?
basically.
Don't forget, I'm a lot older than a lot of.
Yeah, that's
lot of
what makes it
people,
interesting.
and
That's
it
what makes it
was-
interesting.
Well,
No.
I was just racing like 5 lappers and rank lobbies and all that, and then YOLO Gamer was the one who messaged me first and said, "Do you league racing?" And I was like, "No, I don't even know what that is. What is it?" Like, and so I was like, no. So he messaged me a couple of times and that, and then he said, "Oh, message Ranga." So I messaged Ranga and then went for a test at Spain, and I was thinking, oh shit, what's this about? I don't know what. Because it's that thing where you think, like, it was daunting because you don't know, like, like the idea of it was brilliant. 'Cause I love F1, always loved F1. So like the idea of, oh yeah, doing each race, brilliant. But it was daunting for probably, you know, the inexperienced people like me and that. It was hard because you're racing against fast guys, like, especially the tests that we was doing like around Spain, and my time's coming up, and I'm thinking, oh, God, look at the times compared to them. God, it's nothing. But the nice thing about the league was how inclusive it was. How inclusive it is, but how inclusive it was back then, because like as soon as we come out in Australia, and it was like I didn't feel like, oh, I'm out of my depth here, because it was I think the leagues were set up, the timings were set up as well as they could, because if you think of how quick it happened, I think that was the thing I was most impressed with, was the fact that
I just quickly put in. I just like makes you think just from a different perspective in terms of like inclusion and stuff like that. How I think that's the thing I love the most about the league, and I don't mean just in terms of the racing. I just mean the league as one thing. I feel like the community of the league and its actual sense of inclusion is the best thing about it.
Yeah,
you've got
absolutely.
we play all sorts of things together. Like it's literally like we don't just turn up on a weekend, Friday night, Thursday night, Wednesday night, whatever it is, and race. There's the amount of guys who like do other things together who've actually made friends with them because of the league. Like obviously from my experience, like whether it's like pro clubs and Among Us and other games like Ark, all that sort of thing, that you really get, obviously you spend so much time with people in parties to basically they're your friends, like they become your mates.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Yeah.
Not just people you race with. From my perspective, that's the thing I love. I love that more than anything about it. I love the rating and like the quality of people we have to actually represent the league. But the thing I love the most is just the whole community of it. That's the best thing about it, in my opinion. I think that's something we've managed to keep. Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't want to look at this from like a biased perspective. But like, where I'm sitting, I feel like obviously when you start and you're a small league, and it might be easy to have like a sense of inclusion, like a good sense of community. But obviously, the bigger you get, and the more well-known you become, and maybe the more experienced or well-known drivers who join the league, maybe there's a chance to lose that sense of community. But I don't think guys who've joined the league most recently will be able to tell us, I think. But I don't think we've lost that. I don't want to devil it. It's such an important part of who we are.
Yeah.
But Steve, I mean, he's obviously seen it from day one, and you can see it now from a slightly different perspective. And obviously, the guys in the party who've joined more recently can tell us what they think about that. Anyway.
Well, just to finish off Clock's question, I would like to just quickly interject my personal perspective of when I first got asked, do I want to join the league? My initial thought was, what the fuck has Ranga done now? It was, oh god, what is Ranga doing now? And since I've actually really enjoyed it, and I kind of, you know, because of course, me and Ranga at the time, bitter rivals, always fighting on track and everything. Then he got moved up to Div 2. I was absolutely miffed about it. And then just all of a sudden, got the text from Ranga one day, do you want to join our new league? To be honest, I think you'd only just came up with a name for it when you asked me.
That took some time.
I asked, yeah, because I asked what the name was, and you went, "We think it's going to be this," and it's been that ever since. I can't believe it's already been 2 years since it started. I don't know.
What you must have been down here when we tried to come up with a name.
No, I don't think it was.
Oh, God, I remember it pretty well. Where I was sat at a party with quite a lot of people.
I was surprised it wasn't.
It was
I
surprising.
heard it.
Yeah. You must have been there. Because you were definitely
I'm not sure.
at the time. You must have been.
I'm not sure if I was like admin straight away. I'm not sure how I even came into that. I'm not sure if like if you asked me straight away or if I just kind of backed myself in there, or I don't know. It's amazing we go from the first logo, which is probably one of the worst.
Oh my lord!
I don't know if you rated it, but it's a shite creation. And
Thank you.
I'm sorry then, but
Do you
to
also
go
remember
from
the
that,
original website as well?
yeah, but to go from
Live.
that,
Lovely.
to go from that, and to now be able to sit here with a logo on a shirt, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing.
It's kind of a brand now, isn't it? It's kind of been made into a bit of a brand, which is good.
I mean, we do have our own merch. Well, when Scott decides he wants to do it, we have our own merch.
Yeah, well, it was kind of a short-term thing because we can't.
Yeah.
It's so much to organize, so we had it open for.
Yeah.
Well,
One
don't
for
forget
when
It was like a
don't
month,
get
wasn't it?
Corona and all that as well.
It won't be
Yeah.
a one-time thing either. It
Yeah.
will definitely be open again down the line. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
of course it will.
Yeah.
Well, I would. I'm not sure if Ranga or Clock wants to say anything else quickly, but I do want to move on to look at sort of the newer guy's perspective. So, Owen, Niki's also just joined, so Niki can give an example if he's actually talking and has ticked his box. Hi, Niki. You alive, mate?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Ah, he's live. So, yeah, of course, me, Ranga, Stevo, and Clock been here since day one.
Oh.
I would like to know the other lads' sort of view on the things we've said, and your opinion of the league, how it is now, because of course you're fresh
What do we want to go?
eyes. Well, just what you perceive the league as now, how you feel it is.
Can I just ask about how you perceived it as you
Go
when
on.
you joined as well? So obviously when you were asked to join,
Yeah.
you thought of like this, that, because you obviously would have done looked at everything, how it seemed to you as well. 'Cause that's
I
important
think
as well.
out of the rest of
Yeah.
us, it was me that joined next, if I'm not mistaken. Like that was
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, go in
Just
order when you
Ranga.
join.
and a couple of
then tell
guys
us-
that aren't in the league anymore. I remember that was exactly a year ago today. That's kind of mad. I feel like
Tell us-
I've been here a lot longer than that. But yeah.
Just try
Yeah,
to tell
that
us like
was-
how it was when you joined
Yeah.
and the difference how we're now. If that makes
So I was
sense.
we were still on Xbox messages when I joined, and we had like the special. It was even we had the group chats, wasn't it? Because I don't
Yeah.
think it was like a proper club. We had like the little
No,
Xbox
it was just
messaging.
divisions.
Yeah.
division chats.
I remember that.
Yeah. God, that was awful.
When did we bring Discord in? Season 4?
Which Discord was something funny enough that one of the old guys, it's me, Will, just like kind of did it on a
Yeah.
whim. he just kind of went ahead and did it. And then he messaged me and told me all about it and stuff. Like he did, no one asked him to do it. No one. I'd never even heard of Discord at the time. And he went ahead and did it, and then sent it to me. Invited me to join it. So obviously I joined it and had a little look around and was like, well, this is actually really cool. This could be a bit different. I've seen from then onwards, I was pretty sold on it. But then after a little bit convinced, if I remember correctly, Scott wasn't very happy about it. Shock. But yeah, I can't remember. Maybe a few other people weren't overly happy about, not happy about it, but weren't overly keen on it. But I think that's looking back on it, that was a huge decision to allow Discord, isn't it? But
I don't even remember how it changed over, especially from the drive system, because that was before I was in
a lot of hard work. It was
I can't even remember it
individually.
I must have just
individually
invited. I think we joined Discord. This is the
it was never. I don't think it was officially announced. People joined it, and then everyone started joining it, and then like talk together and stuff. And then we thought, we should use this, and have to categorize it and put people into the right areas and stuff like that. And that took a lot of time. And then,
I think what you did, what I remember you doing, Rango, was you added all the admins first, and then head admins sent out invitations.
We didn't have admins at the time, did we? It was just
that
time it was just
when we had Discord.
At that time it was just LOs and admins.
Oh yeah.
Because we only had head admins for since maybe
mid of season 4.
Yeah,